It looks like Electronic Arts, a company that frequently finds itself on many most hated companies in America lists, is changing up its internal structure. Is this a good thing? Bad thing? And was black magic involved? Let's give it some thought. What is going on, you beautiful thought-having people, you? Give it thought back here today for quite a random news update, especially for this channel. EA is shifting up its positions in a big way, and I wanted to take a look at that and try and sort out what it means for players who play their games. The piece of this puzzle that I'm most concerned about is Bioware, developer of the Mass Effect and Dragon Age franchises, because we know how badly EA has treated them in the past. You know, Dragon Age 2, how they rushed that game out, remember? Anyway, let's jump right into this news. Yesterday, Andrew Wilson, the chief executive officer over at EA, announced on their official website that today we are announcing additional updates to our organizational structure that are designed to strengthen our studios and technology platform. So what does that mean exactly? Well, that's why you have me, to cut through all the corporate approved sounding mumbo jumbo. Starting off with the strengthen our studios bit, because that I think is what most gamers are worried about, Wilson is talking about the formation of the brand spanking new EA Worldwide Studios. Which means that they put a bunch of studios into a mixer and are going to see what pops out in the end. And I quote, EA Worldwide Studios will bring together our top creative talent in all of our great studios to work on EA's powerful brand portfolio and new IP. EA Mobile and Maxis will join this central studios organization led by Patrick Soderlund. So let's break that down a bit. EA Mobile is exactly what you think it is. That branch develops and publishes games for the iOS and Android platforms, most notably Bejeweled and Tetris. It has been a subsidiary of EA since 2004 and has only grown since the mobile gaming market took off with the iPhone. Maxis is a company that everyone probably recognizes simply because they created the best-selling PC franchise of all time in The Sims. There have been plenty of mobile Sims games, so I'm sure this merger wasn't too big of a deal for those two branches. And the whole thing will be led by Patrick Soderlund, who has been actively holding back the gaming industry at EA for 3 years now. Yep, if you couldn't tell, I don't like this company too much. Moving on, the post continues, Samantha Ryan, who will now report to Patrick, will continue to lead our mobile and Maxis teams. Sam will also take on leadership of Bioware, where her love for RPGs and experience with open world adventure games is an outstanding fit to work with Aaron Flynn and his great team. So here's where things get dicey for me. As you heard, Samantha Ryan now leads Bioware, for which she was chosen because of her, quote, experience with open world games. From what I can tell, she only ever worked on the Batman Arkham games and Shadow of Mordor, which are good games in their own right, especially Arkham Asylum, but it makes me a little weary when EA is holding her experience in such high regard. I think Bioware has enough experience in open world adventure games to know what players want. We've seen what happens when EA sticks their fingers in the pie. Remember Dragon Age 2? Do you? So recycled jokes aside, Ryan obviously has a proven track record. I just hope she can add to BioWare's management and not hurt their products in any way. The rest of the post deals with how they are going to improve technology behind their games. Apparently the team behind the Frostbite engine is now bunking with the vaguely named Technology Organization. Some of the more educated of you might school me on this, but Technology Organization sounds like a laughably bad named faction that was cut from Mass Effect during the planning stages. Like, that is what the Geth originally were called or something. It sounds so ridiculous to me. But anyway, this move was made to create more innovative, stable, and secure experiences for players. I guess they've finally seen how buggy the Battlefield games are. As I said before, I just don't want the integrity of BioWare to be damaged by this. They produce some of the best games out there. And even though they are owned by one of the worst publishers in gaming, their products are almost always well received. I understand that EA exists in a world where capitalism finds it hard to coexist with art and they are trying to make the best of both worlds, but so many other companies do it better. But I want to know what you guys think of this. Was this a smart move, combining those major studios? Or is it just another attempt by EA to shave off some excess and increase their profits? And just what do you think of EA in general? Let's talk about it down in the comments. And I think that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe? All you have to do is click the annotation in the upper left corner of this video and you'll be taken right to my channel where you can click that subscribe button. And once you do that, you will be up to date on all the gaming news, especially No Man's Sky, Final Fantasy 15, and The Last Guardian. And I so appreciate all the new subscribers I've been getting lately. It really means a lot to me to see that number go up, and I love talking to you guys down in the comments. But I think that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, give thought to everything.